right. What is going on? I'm confused. Right, are they actually making an effort finally? Is this what's happening now? Right. This was asked by a person called Dr. Platinum over on X. This is to 16-bit, you know. Anyway. Says, use this emoji as your answer. How many characters will be getting new moves with this patch? So Ermac is coming out next week. What's the date today? So, what was it? What did I say? It was early access is the 16th, so 3 days. So it's going to be 4 days, right? 4 days time. Okay. So using emojis, what characters are also going to be getting moves? Now, I've also got another video on this channel, a couple of videos back, pointing out the new moves that were actually shown by Reptile in the trailer, which I think was pretty cool, right? So that sort of like really does open up things in regards to that. But what else? What other characters are they doing? And apparently, listing here, we've also got Scorpion, with the Scorpion emoji, if that wasn't too obvious. And also the rain emoji for rain, right? So that is pretty exciting. Okay. I've been thinking it for a while that, like, especially my main character Reiko, which is missing, it just feels like they're missing just something else. An additional special move can make all the difference to make it feel like the whole character's rounded out, right? For example, Reiko has a spear when he walks out for his intro, right? Or has it for his intro, right? He's got a spear that he uses for a fatality, spear that he uses for fatal blow, but it never shows up as an actual move, which is really, really, really strange, right? And that's unfortunate. Okay. So, same with Scorpion. Like, Scorpion's pretty good. I think they've pretty much covered most of the stuff I'd be interested in. But he could probably do with something extra. You know, I don't know if they'd add in his flip kick. I don't know if they just want to give him some sort of like standard fireball. I don't know. It's very interesting to see. As far as Rain goes, one of the downsides of Rain is the staff. Like, I'm not a big fan of him going all mage-like with a stick. Again, if we know the history of what was happening with this game, we were getting Injustice 3, and then it changed. That's why a lot of these characters are mimicking other characters from the superhero genre, because they are actually, well, they're actually mimicking, you know, their counterparts, right? So you've got, I think it was at Steppenwolf, I think is General Shao. I'm assuming Rain was probably Aquaman, right? Perhaps, because he's got a staff, right? Except they just modify how the staff looks. He's still got all these water powers, you know, all that sort of jazz, right? It's unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? So if we look at, so you look at a character like Scorpion, right? He's got his teleport punch. He's got obviously his harpoon. He's actually been given a couple of new moves too. So he's got like an aerial, he uses that Kusarigama type weapon or whatever they call it in the game. The scythe one that he's got, he's on his hip there. He can actually like grab them out of the air, pull them in. He's also can use that as a slide move. So he actually slides past them and hooks them and then pulls sharpish, messes them up, right? So he's got that one, he's got that one. He's also got the ground fire as well. But he doesn't have a lot around fire, right? Now, I've been saying this for a while, right? What they should have done with cameos, right? What the cameo system should have been was making it so that each cameo applied some sort of buff or whatever to your character, right? So, for example, Goro could apply a buff to you as one of his buffs, right? That when you do a standard punch, it smashes the crap out of them right across the screen, right? That'd be funny and hilarious. And it would make sense, right? You have imbued the strength of Goro, so now you can actually hit as hard as Goro can, or you can jump. The other one could be like, so some of the buffs could be super, like Crisis, the Crisis suit. You get super strength, super agility, so you can jump really high, that sort of stuff. That'd be pretty cool. Right, same with Scorpion. Scorpion could have applied a buff to your character, so you're on fire, but when they hit you, right, they're taking damage in return, right? They get applied burning as a debuff to them, right? So, with that in mind, could they have, like, could they be looking maybe through back through some of the, special moves that some of these characters had, right? And gone, okay, maybe we need this one back, right? Or can we modify this? Now, Scorpion in MK11, he had like his walking flame breath. He's had, I think, did he have a fireball? Can't remember if he had a fireball. If we go back to MK10, he had a leg takedown, of course, in MK9, and then all the way back in MK2. Right? Love that move, by the way. Although you could argue that the leg takedown has now been replaced with where he throws out the Kusarigama, and it's like, taking their legs out. To me, that's kind of like the replacement that they've made for the leg takedown move. So maybe he could apply a buff to himself. Maybe he sets himself on fire, so when the opponent hits you, they're also taking damage, which would be kind of cool. Could be an explosion, so that way when they jump in, he explodes and big fire column and knocks them out. I don't know, but it is interesting, right? Because I'm trying to think here the last time that a fighting game actually got given special moves, right, post launch, and I can't think of it. Can you guys think of it? I can't think of it, right? The fact that they're doing this means that they must be looking at all the characters that they have and going, okay, let's see, maybe this is the way that they buff characters, right? I don't know. Maybe they are, maybe, like, devil's advocate here, but maybe they pushed this game out too early. Now, a lot of people have been saying that. It obviously was definitely undercooked. And maybe this is the reason why, but it seems like such a long time has passed, right? Unless they've been working on all of this stuff in the background and just are slowly, adding it out. I don't know, right? Let's not get our hopes up, right? This is Mortal Kombat 1 we're talking about here, right? I do have some wish list changes, but ultimately adding more moves to the characters makes it a lot more fun, right? Or fixing things that ultimately were a bit of a problem makes it a lot more fun for the character, right? Because I think what they're realizing, and I think this is the ultimate goal, is that people really just like playing one-on-one, right? And we don't want to feel like we have to take a cameo, even though we're forced to, but forced to use the cameo when we just want to play as our main. That's why I play the game without using my cameos. Because I don't want cameos in Mortal Kombat. It's a ridiculous mechanic. Oh, it's there already. I don't give a shit. I'm not using it, right? It's crap. It's just crap. I don't like it. If you made the cameo roster like non-Mortal Kombat characters, like as in characters that you couldn't ever use in a Mortal Kombat game, I would have been far more on board, right? You take NPC characters from either the comics, the TV shows, the movies, NPC characters in the games themselves, right? That would have been better. But the problem is that they used, like, you've got mirrored characters here, so some of them in the cameo roster, right? Which just doesn't make any sense. Like, it's just garbage. Why would we have Scorpion and Sub-Zero as cameos? Why can't we? Like, they should have been completely different. In fact, all of these characters, except for that shit there, right? All of these characters should have been playable. This entire cameo roster should have been just NPC type characters like Madame Bo an Art Lean from the first Mortal Kombat movie. Maybe those crazy twins that are Goro fanboys from the movie as well. You know, you could put in Hydro from the comics. You could go nuts. Like, you could just absolutely go nuts, right? And you could build up, the Cameo roster as NPC characters, and then you could build up the main roster as normal characters, so that way it's a win-win for both, right? But this just, I look at this roster and I think all of these characters I just want playable outside of obviously Scorpion and Sub-Zero, which are, you know. And to some degree, right, even Scorpion feels like, you know, he's more Scorpion than Scorpion. If that makes sense. Cameo Scorpion feels more like Scorpion than Scorpion in the main roster, right? Anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. Let me know what you think. Catch you next time.